Morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to oh, welcome to the best New York stream here in the world. And what we are looking at is possibly a continuation on GPJPY heading bullish. That's, I think, something that we're looking at right now. Oh, as soon as you open YouTube, you get these ads of, "Hey, this is Tony. This is Tony, and I was poor, and now I'm rich, only because of a few simple strategies I followed, and now I'm doing good." All right, just by looking at GBJPY here, it went up from the Asian session yesterday. We broke up above 134,200. This is a very, very strong resistance price was respecting. Last week we broke out of that now. And since we've broken out of that right now, seems like we created a support around 134,320, and it kind of like encountered some sort of a minor resistance here as well, 134,400. So it's kind of in like this tight, tight, tight range. So this is a very tight range prices in right now, right here. So let's take a look at that on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it's very deadly. Like, look at this. There was just support over here. Price is kind of like reacting to that on the 30-minute chart, and it's just, yeah, it's not that good. It's not that pretty. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, made $500 during Monty stream. Oh, nice. I guess people in Monty stream got some buys. In-game HUD available. Interesting. Yes, I mean, I think we should continue moving up if we get a break above 134,400. I mean, if we break above 134,400, we should continue moving towards, 134,610, which is going to be like around 20 pips away, 25 pips away. So I think that could be a very, very good target there for today. But the thing is, like, previous 4-hour candle closed bearish, right? That's the problem. It closed bearish. So this may continue to move down, but it needs to break below this support for the 4-hour to continue moving down. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. So can candles react to either side of support resistance? Yes. Like right now, you will need to see a break below this area for price to continue moving down, and that'll be down towards 134 200. But then this range is not enough. This is a very tiny range. It's like a 12 pip range. This range is like possibly no trading in this range because it's too small. Gold is still ranging. Gold is probably waiting for something to happen. So gold is still ranging here. Yeah, I think if you get a bounce out from here, like 134, 330 even, I mean, we should continue moving bullish. Because this was some sort of a support form. I think on the 15-minute time frame, we had a little breakout. You see these candles breaking down and closing back inside above the support. This candle's kind of rejecting this area down here at 134, 320. I mean, if we get a rejection from here, and if we get like some sort of a bullish candle, I think there'll be a very good opportunity for price to continue moving towards 134, 600, 620. We'll have to wait. When you bought gold on NFP, what price did you buy at? That's in the past. That's way in the past. That's like far, far away. Let's see, what was it? Oh yeah, it was around like 1770. There we go. 1770, and after that, after NFP, this has just been ranging. I mean, look at this. It's just been ranging after NFP. So after Thursday, gold has just been in a range. It's ranging for like 3 days and 19 hours. That's a huge range. This candle's coming up to a close over here, the 15-minute candle. I think you'd want to see like a bullish candle on the 30-minute chart to maybe give you indication that we may continue moving up, because right now this candle's bearish. There's no sells because it's at support. There's no buys because candle's closing bearish. News at NY Open. Let's take a look here. Somebody said there is news at NY Open. Oh, looks like it's not opening. Forex Factory is not opening. So we got a problem there. I think it's down. There we go. The 30-minute candle has closed. The 30-minute candle closed bearish above support. There's no sells. There's no buys because, there's no buys because candle is closed bearish. There's no sells because we're still at support. Let's take a look at your JPY here. So I'm just scanning some of the candles. So let's go to this forexfactory.com. There we go. NY Open. There's actually no news at NY Open. So I don't know where did you get that information from. So yeah, there's no news at NY Open. Let's take a look at your JPY. Your JPY is bullish here. 4 hours trying to move up. 4 hour broke above this resistance. This was a resistance we identified in the Asian session yesterday. 121.350. If you look left, there is a clean candle and there's a zone up over here, and this zone is at around 121.900, right? It's like 30-40 pips away. The zone right over there. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour is approaching some sort of a minor resistance here, which it created after, like during London Open, I think. Was it during London Open? Yeah, pre-London. And if we cross that, and if you look left, yeah, I think there would be an easier move going up. Above 121.600, your JPY should continue moving bullish. And that will be a range of, this is going to be a 27 to 30 pip range. I think it's going to be a pretty good range. Just needs to respect support, break above resistance, and off we go. Same thing with GJ. Just waiting here now. 4 hour fake out on GJ. Let's take a look here. Actually, it made a high. It made another high. It just retested that high it made. That's it. Just retested the high. So right now, just waiting. There's news at 10 a.m. USD. Oh yeah, exactly, 10 a.m. I'm not really worried about this news because I won't be watching the charts at this time. So that's why I'm not really worried about these news. Morning all, found the stream last week. Oh, nice. Do EJ and UJ move in correlation? In Asian session, yes. In New York session, no. I won't say not at all, but no, because your JPY moves based on the euro, and USD JPY moves based on the USD, because they're underlying secondary pairs, the secondary currency, the yen is all the same. Like the yen is closed at this time, so they're moving on based on the base currencies. I think USD/JPY is retesting this area here, trying to move up. Very difficult here. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. Yeah, it's approaching like the minor resistance. How big is this zone actually? This is a 10 pip zone. Too small. Way too small. GJ forming a double top, so it should come down. Yeah, I mean, if it breaks below 134.330, then it should come down. But if it stays above this area, then there's a very high chance it may continue the bullish trajectory. What do you think about GPUSD? I think you need to send a chart. You need to send a chart, and then we'll be able to look at GPUSD. Just joined the stream. Now, what's your bias in GJ? Looking bullish to me. Okay. I think you need to send a chart. Did you send a Zoom meeting in the... Oh, no, I did not. Let me just do that right now. Do you ever max out your daily risk in the first trade? Depends. You know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So it all depends on what's happening. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is waiting for candle to close above 134.420 for Toka buys. Okay, yeah, that looks good. I kind of have the same situation here. This minor resistance right over here. Price needs to come up over here so that, you know, like once price comes in now, if we look on the 15-minute chart, let's take a look on the 15-minute chart, right? If we look at the 15-minute chart, it's very dirty. You know, it's not that stable, like candles are going up and down. I mean, 15-minute chart says, okay, we might want to have a resistance up over here. But in the 30-minute, it says, well, you might want to have it down over here, you know? So then you're like, okay, which one's correct? You know, which one should you go by? So the best thing to do to go by the higher time frame. 30 minutes is a higher time frame than the 15 minutes, so this would make sense right over here. Because if you get a candle that's closing above, let's say, this area here, then these wicks, they become your destinations. You know, then price is probably going to come up here to fill this wick here, then to fill the next wick here. If there's much more, if there's more momentum, right, then there's a very high chance we may come up towards 134,600. But if we break below this area, then obviously, you know, then we're trying to head down. So we'll keep that in mind. But right now, price is just in the middle of this range here. This is like a 12, yeah, around like a 12 pip range, 10 pip range. Do you trade all major? No, I only trade mostly the New York session. All right, what's this? Sells down over here, sells from up over here. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think maybe you want to look for buys above the green line instead of looking for sells, because if you can ride this move up and have a runner, man, that runner can continue on moving bullish. You know, so I think that's going to put you in a much better position of a trade, of a potential, you know, like a profitable swing trade. Look at this 15-minute hovering at support. See, the problem is if we do fall down, we got to see how far is price coming down to, right? So basically 134,200 was the important resistance level, which was held at, you know, like on the 2nd June after London closed, and then again at like London Open on Friday. And then we broke up, and then the market closed here on Friday, and then we broke up, you know, yesterday. We broke up, went up, made a high at like 134,600, came down, created like a higher low. So if we're making a higher low above resistance, I think we should continue moving up if we get a confirmation from here. So let's see what happens. I'm in buys on EN. I think you need to send a chart on EN. Okay, let's take a look at US 30 and let's take a look at pre-markets. Let's go towards pre-markets. Pre-markets are, oof, positive. 400 points up. Wow. That means, wow, man. US 30 is up 400 points. Not US 30, the pre-markets. And it seems like we may be coming up towards this area here, 26,400. Pretty much should come up over here, 26,400. Just look on the 1 hour. 1 hour is creating like a range here. See, this is a range, and this range is approximately 100 points. If someone has heard that song on TikTok, you can do it, you can do it. Like, so GJ can do it and break above this resistance, probably, or break above the support, build the support. I mean, if GJ won't range this week, that'll be amazing. That would be awesome if GJ does not range this week. I mean, I think we've seen GJ range a lot, man, a lot. All right, what's this chart over here? This is 1 hour, resistance formed, waiting for hour to close below support. Yeah, that would make sense too. So, just wait right now. Would you check my chart, please? Of course. Of course. What's this? If price closed below here, I'm constrained to sell GJ. Okay, makes sense. 10 pip range, close 80%. Yeah, see, it's a smaller range. If price breaks below here, this is a potentially a smaller range. It's like a 10. If you really extend it, it's like 15 pip range. I mean, I'd be comfortable in taking. See, the only problem I have with taking sells. Actually, no, that's just assumption, whatever. So yeah, that would make sense if price breaks below here. So yeah, I'll look for that too. Price seems to go sideways inside the range, lower high, higher high. I think at the same time, you should also start marking on your buys too. Like, what would be the things you would want to see to take buys? So I think that's going to be very important as well. Marking out the buys as well. Because, if price starts to go up, then you're going to know exactly why price is going up and exactly what you need to do to take those buys. Why you don't take trades under 10 pips? Why you don't take trades under 10 pips? I don't know. Like sometimes, if I get the opportunity, I take trades under 10 pips. If I don't, then I go for like 10, 15, Mostly like if you measure this range is like 20, 21 pip range. So I think it would be a sin to close less than 10 pips. So it's a pretty good range, man. So far we're just ranging. Your JPY is coming downtown. Let's take a look on the 30-minute here. 30-minute has like a support area at this level. This is like a support area. How big is this range here? This is a 24 pip range, bigger than GJ. All right, someone sent a chart. Let's take a look at this chart here. The 15-minute candle is about to close in 15 minutes. Oh, 5 minutes, 2 minutes. So we're going to take a look at that as well. My thought here was to take buys that broke out the 30-minute candle at 1.72750. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, taking buys the stop loss here, TP over here. I think this could work. I think the only problem you might have is like 1.73 thousand. Because there was a wick made here in the 1 hour candle. So this may be some sort of cause some sort of problems. I think your stop loss is also way too big. Stop loss of 1.72. Okay, I don't know where that line is, but yeah, I think stop should be down over here, or if this candle closes bullish, maybe below here. Let's take a look on the 15-minute. Ooh, 15 minutes breaking up. I think if it breaks up the high of the previous 15-minute candle, we should continue moving bullish here. I think that should happen. Once it breaks the high here at 134.442. Got me excited here for a little bit. There we go. 15-minute candle has closed. 15-minute candle has closed in the range. So now we're waiting even more, right? Now we are I am waiting. I don't know about everyone else, but I am waiting right now. So still keeping an eye on this. Still keeping an eye on this. If we start breaking the highs of the previous 15-minute candles, I'm going to start looking for buys. Yeah, I think that's going to be a very, very good opportunity for price to continue moving bullish. Keep on moving bullish, mate. That would be great. So what's this price? This price is 134.445. Okay. I'll keep an eye on 134.445. I'm going to be entering at 134.445. Clean zones waiting breakdown to follow 1 hour targets through clean candles. Okay, so you're looking for sells over here below, and your TP is below this support, TP is below this support, TP is all the way down here. Yeah, I think this could work. I think this could work. Very good, very good. Look at this 30-minute, man. If this 30-minute closes magically above 134.445, we're good to go up. Looking for buys as price closed below. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Looking for sells if price closed below, above 420 and below this area here. It's perfect. It's kind of what I'm looking at too. Somewhere over here. I want my buys somewhere over here. 134.445, because if I can have my buys here, I can get like 10, 11 pips here. And when do we add buy stops or sell stops? Is it just when there's news? Well, first things first, you don't want to trade news. You don't want to put pending orders on news. I think that's going to be an extremely dumb decision you can make. Buy stops and sell stops, I think they're also entries that you're taking anticipating price to continue in that direction, right? So let's say if price is moving bullish and you have a buy stop above this candle around, like, 134.440, and it gets activated, at that point you're expecting price to continue moving bullish. You're not expecting price to come back to do a retracement or whatever. You're just expecting it to continue moving bullish. So I think it'll be a very, very good opportunity to take a buy at like 134, 440, 445, and expect price to continue moving bullish. Let's put it on the 30-minute time frame here. Much stronger time frame, right? Less confusion too. So yeah, right here, 134, 440. I think it's going to be a very, very good opportunity and take the price up towards, let's say 540 or 560. So let's just wait. Do you pick your bias on the 4-hour trend? Actually, my bias was based on this area right over here. Initially, I was looking at this candle when I was awake. I woke up early and I was like, okay, this one should continue going up. But I didn't take a trade, so it came down. So now we're just waiting now. Are you buying above the wicks and not as it breaks them? I'm buying above, well, right here, above this wick right here. Because, at that point, I'm expecting candle to close above this resistance, 134, 410, 420, and expecting price to continue moving bullish. So it's going to be an impulse entry. If current 30-minute candle closed bullish, would it be a good entry when the next 30-minute candle breaks the high of it? Anticipate price don't move up, or couldn't move up. I don't know, man. You got to fix this English here. I'm guessing you mean expecting price to move. Oh, continue moving up. Yeah, exactly. Makes sense. Continue moving up. So I think that would be a very, very good trade. Yeah, I think a good stop is going to be below this 30-minute candle. I think that's going to be a pretty good stop. Below that 30-minute candle. As we come up towards, 134, 440, I think it's going to be a very good decision to to execute a buy and then have stops below the 30-minute candle. It's like 10 pips. Pretty good. 10 pip stop. Yeah. I think we could make it work. There are a lot of signal providers in the group, here in the gulag. Start start getting ready a signal alert here. How can you tell others to fix their English? What do you mean? It wasn't something mean. It was like a spelling mistake, you know, and most times I have a language barrier too. So sometimes the wording I use, it's not the best. So you need to get with the program. I came from the future. The next 30-minute candle will make a fake out to 134 200 and will go up to 135. Thank me later. Okay. Okay. So someone from the future said that price will go down, make a fake out, and then come back up. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna execute a buy once we come above at like 134 440, 134 445 to expect price to continue moving bullish. I think that's gonna be a good idea. When it breaks that resistance you spoke of, would you wait for a close of the candle or just enter it mid candle? I don't know. I can give only so much information, right? So then the rest is up to you. Where do you want to execute? How do you want to execute? Like, I've put the food in the spoon, I'm not going to put it in your mouth. This is coming from the YouTube gulag, man. Gulag is crazy. Execution, stop losses. The biggest problem people have is like they don't know when to, like how much to risk. That's really important. Oh, we're trying to move up over here. We're going to come up above 134 440. And then I think we're going to continue moving bullish towards, 134, 580, 560. I think that's going to be a pretty good move. Do you think US30 will fill the weekend gap today? I mean, I guess it should. I haven't really looked at the weekend gap on US30. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, looking good, looking good. About to break those highs here to the left, which is pretty good. Come above 134, 440. Oh, there we go. We got executed at 134, 440. Stop is down over here. And TP I'm aiming for up over here. This was a buy stop I had which got executed, and then the candle started pulling down. Now what do? Now you had a buy stop, it got executed, and all of a sudden now it brought you in a drawdown, and then you're like, oh man, come on, man. So at this point the only thing you can do at this point is just manage the risk. I mean, this was just uncalled for. First thing in the morning, man, yeah, this was uncalled for. I closed right here. That buy stop was not necessary at all, now that I think about it. But I do think we're going to continue moving up. Yeah. Sorry I scammed everybody today. GJ pullback game strong. Yeah, GJ has a very strong pullback game. This is why like the buy stops and sell stops are very, very aggressive and risky too, because you're taking them in the anticipation the price will continue moving up. Maybe a better close over the candle resistance. Yeah, so at this point I'm going to wait for this candle to close, the 30-minute candle to close, So it has to close above this area now. Did you close the trade? Oh yeah, absolutely. I opened it, it went in a 4-pip drawdown, I closed it. There's no emotions. Yeah, we gotta be very careful here now. So someone, if you're still holding, perfect. You know, it's all the powers to you. But you know, like whenever I see something that's not playing out the way I want it to play out, I'm just out of it. You know, I let it go. I'm not gonna sit around and say that, oh no, I hope it's gonna go up. I think it's gonna go up. I'm gonna get out of it. So I'm always looking how to give my trade second chances. You know, I'm always looking at it. Why don't you close half? I didn't close half because, you know, this 1 hour candle was about to close in 7 minutes at that time anyway. So when it came down, like it activated the buy stop I had, came down. Then I was like, yeah, I mean, there's 7 minutes left, so might as well let the whole candle close and then, you know, look to see if I can, you know, enter somewhat or not. Yeah, that resistance is pretty strong. 134, 420. There's some 420 action going on over there. Okay, filmy zone is going in a hide this user on. There we go. You didn't wait for the candle to finish. Yeah, that's what I said. Can you please take a look at this chart? Let's take a look at this chart. This is buys above here, sells below there. Yeah, it's kind of like thing I'm waiting for too. I think this was a impatient entry right here. It was a buy stop. It was an impatient buy stop at 134, 440, and the idea was that candle's going to continue moving bullish. Hey, is your course price in CAD or USD? I think you need to send an email over here. All right, let's take a look at this. Jose Aldrete. This is your JPY in range, sells below this zone to 128.50, coming down here at 128.50. Yeah, I like that. Buys on breakout of this zone. Makes sense. Makes sense. Sells below this area. Absolutely makes sense. Could someone tell me how to open a chart that's being shared, please? Oh, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Yeah, 1 hour is closing like a doji candle. I mean, if the 1 hour closes like a doji candle, the next 1 hour should respect the formation of this previous 1 hour candle and continue moving up. You know, but looking at the 30-minute here, we're still closing below that resistance there, and I mean, if it closes below this resistance, and okay, if I was in buys and the candle closed below resistance, I'd just say, man, Raja, I mean, I don't know, you know why you're holding the buy. They want to open other people's charts to see what they are doing. Oh yes. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is partial TP, broke area to a new high. This is Euro NZD. You're expecting price to continue bullish, clean traffic to the left. I don't think this is clean traffic here to the left, man. I think there's some consolidation happening here to the left hand side, not clean traffic. So yeah. Do you also notice strong movement 7 minutes into the candles before candles close too? Yeah, possibly, you know, but I think that was a good idea to close the trade when it went into a drawdown. Sometimes, you know, there is those candle close volume that comes in, especially on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, but you can't really rely on that all the time. You know, sometimes it does happen. You know, before candles are coming to a close, there's a volume going up or volume coming down. So if the 1 hour closes a doji but below the resistance, would that not be deterring staying in the range? Yes, so it will be staying in the range. Like, I mean, if you look on the 30-minute candles, This 30-minute closed below a price area, which matches up here to the left. This one also closed below. This one also now closed below this area. So now this is a strong resistance now, right? Because this strong resistance has been respected by 1, 2, 3, 4 30-minute candles. So this is still in the range right now. So I think that was a good decision for me to close the trade. My Hugo's Way 30-minute chart does not match yours. Any thoughts? I don't know. I mean, I have no idea. Should match up, right? Okay, I already saw this chart. Stream is late 10 seconds. Yes. The stream on YouTube is delayed by 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds. That's true. If you have a chart open, put cursor on URL, you send the chart. I think the best way to send a chart on YouTube is through this camera button you see here on the top. I think that's the best way to send a chart. I also think that since this 1 hour closed like a doji, I think this 1 hour should form based on the previous 1 hour candle and continue moving bullish. But now I'm thinking is if I want to give my trade a second chance, and I think giving a second chance would be maybe executing a buy above the previous 30-minute candle high and having the same stop if my bias is still bullish. Because I mean, if you look at the 1 hour candle here, the 1 hour, this closed kind of like a doji, but it still closed below this resistance, right? And if the next 30-minute candle, this one, so now previous one closed bullish, so you have to look at the time. The time is 7 a.m. Eastern. Now you have to look at when there's going to be volume in the market. Pre-New York, there wasn't much volume because you can see the price was just ranging. Even at London, there was no volume. So now price is waiting for some volume to come in. So now we're anticipating volume to come in. So maybe the volume is going to come in with NY Open. Who knows? NY Open, there's a lot of volume in the market. And I think if the candles stay bullish till NY Open, we're going to continue moving bullish. Like I'm also at the same time looking to see if I can give a second chance above 134, 445, somewhere like that. Give this trade a second chance. So we'll see what happens. When charts are different, it's either the broker, Wixently is using FXCM chart. Yeah, it's mostly the broker. You wait for candle to close or impulse entry? Depends. I mean, if it breaks the high around, let's say, in the half of the 30-minute candle, then it's going to be an impulse entry. So we're waiting. You think we can hit 135? Yeah, for sure. If we cross about 134, 600, we're going to hit 135. EJ is also ranging here. GJ is also ranging here. What really concerns for GJ is that approaching strong resistance at daily time frame. Do you consider that? If you can tell me what the price is, then yeah, for sure. But I mean, there's resistance right over here, 134, 600. And then there's a ample range here to take a trade. So I think it's going to be pretty good. Do you not consider the H4 closing bearish, essentially creating resistance to retest the lows, possibly to continue lower? Yeah, if the 4 hour is going to go lower, then it has to break the support, right? I mean, if it doesn't break the support, then the 4 hour can't go low. If you look on the 4 hour, it just makes sense that it needs to break the support on a smaller time frame for the overall 4 hour to continue bearish. So this is the problem, right? For buys, it's below resistance. For sells, it's above support. Do you have any guests coming to a live stream this week? Yes. Yes, we have a surprise guest coming on. Yeah, 6-9. I I called him up. I'm like, hey man, I'm glad you liked all your wallpapers for those red and yellow and green wallpapers we sent him for his music videos. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna be on the stream. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be on the stream. He's gonna talk about his new album coming up with his new music in collaboration with Nicki Minaj, and I think it's gonna be pretty good. Can you give any thoughts on my chart? Let's take a look at this. This is, oh, very beautiful. Beautiful. You got the candle crawl, Shande, crawl stop, and BB. I think if it stays below this zigzag line, you should be good for sells, right? It just needs to stay below here and above the this red blood EMA. Just needs to stay above the red blood EMA. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, you learn to read that chart from my super advanced $50,000 course. You know that course I'm gonna release soon. It's gonna be like $50,000, and you'll be able to read this chart after that. So it's gonna be pretty good. So start saving up, people. Buys when price crosses the 1 hour high with stops below current candle. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. I think what I'm waiting for is for the 30-minute candle to continue, like maybe break above here or break below here now. You only trade one currency pair. Yes, I always trade one currency pair. I think it's best. When trading, focusing on one currency pair, I think it's for the best for everybody. Either your JPY, either GPJPY. Just curious, has anyone paid for your 50,000 course? No. No, 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 no. Man, for someone who has $50,000 laying around, they're probably smart enough not to spend it on a course. You know, they'd be like, no, I'm not gonna spend 50,000 on a course. That's a lot, man. 50,000 is a lot of money. If you had to trade to what other pair would you do? If I had to trade another pair than GJ, I think it would be GBP CAD. Don't ask me why. It'd be GP CAD. Most success I've had on GJ, and then after GJ, I've had success on GP CAD. Broke uptrend, creating resistance. You're looking for sells below this area here for price to continue moving down below the resistance created when the market closed. So I think, yeah, these sells would make sense once we close below the support. So yeah, it makes sense. Below the support. CAD, because he lives in Canada. Yes, exactly. Hey, Raja, Wicks don't lie. Is the 4-hour candle made a false break in resistance he made in the left? If yes, so I think price will go down. Yeah, for price to go down, it needs to break below the support. And then price can go down. Why don't you like GU? Because in the New York session, GBP USD is influenced by the pound and the USD, right? That's why I don't trade GBP USD, because you know that pair is influenced by two pairs or two currencies. But when you look at GBP JPY, Euro JPY, USD JPY, all these pairs are only influenced by one currency, right? So it's really easy to trade them. So if you look at the Chinese indicator right over here real quick, let's take a look at the Chinese indicator here. Chinese indicator is saying that the pound is strong, euro is strong, yen is kind of weak, CAD is really weak, NZD is really weak. So by default, you now look at that, you're like, okay, well, maybe GP CAD should be continue moving bullish, and it is. See, if we looked at the Chinese indicator, it said pound is strong, CAD is weak, so GP CAD moves up. And if it moves up, you're looking left to see, okay, where can it possibly come up to? I think this is going to be a very good area it can come up to here, 1.69700. Yeah, let's do it that way. 1.69700, which is around 29 pips from current market price. So yeah, I think that would be a very, very good move. We've also broken above a resistance here to the left-hand side. And I think 15-minute is creating that minor support here, which is needed to support price and then make it continue going up. The GPJPY here is now slowly approaching the high on the 30-minute chart around 134,440. So I think it would be a good opportunity for me, at least, to take a second entry, to give my trade a second chance potentially to continue moving bullish. Yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty good idea. Yeah, if people think if that 50,000 was real, that was a joke, man. Come on, you guys need to lighten up a little bit. You guys too tight, man. You gotta lighten up a little bit. Um, yeah, so I think it's gonna be pretty good once we come up above, 134, 440. I think I'm gonna give my trade a second chance. The 15-minute candle is about to close in 5 minutes as well, so that's pretty good. Because once this candle closes bullish, oh, we're moving up now here slowly. We're coming up towards giving this trade a second chance now. Come on, come up to 134, 445. I think that would be a very, very good entry now, second entry. Giving it a second chance and anticipating the NY Open volume, or as we move closer to NY Open, to continue price moving bullish. Yep, I think it's going to be a pretty good idea. The 50K was a joke because you charge 100K. Yep. Do you consider it a breakout if candle closed above previous candle body but below the previous candle lows? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Like, all we need is this candle to close above this resistance right over here. 134, 420. That's all we need. Candle to close above that area. Because then this candle would become a gladiator candle because it closed above all these candles here to the left. Even with this 15-minute candle closing bullish, that will give us a much good confirmation that we should start moving bullish. So I think 134, 445 will be a very good idea. Man, the gulag is filled with snowflakes. It's unreal, man. It's unreal. The simplest of things just it just hurts some people. It's amazing. Please, what site did you just open for the Chinese info? This was the website right here. So I'm gonna paste this link in the YouTube chat for you guys. There you go. Oh, someone's chart. You don't want to post someone's chart. You want to post this. I'm also looking at the price on GPJPY as well. It says right here, it's at 425. I want it at 445. Right, I want it at 445. 134, 445. That's going to be pretty good. Would you like some royalty-free back music, instrumentals only, no charge? Oh, okay. We could go with that. How can I join your live stream via Zoom? It's only for members. Any win so far? No, so far we only have one loss. Well, I have one loss. It was a 4-pip loss. Will you wait for a counter trend candle to form first to define a higher stop? No, not really. I think as it's coming up towards 134, 445, I'll be looking into giving this trade a second chance, giving my bias a second chance essentially. And I think once it comes towards 134, 445, we can have a very good move coming up towards, 134, 580, 540. So it's going to be pretty good. Oh, okay. Executed right at 134, 445. Stops are below the current 30-minute candle because now since it broke above 134, 445, we should continue moving bullish. I think it should at least come towards like 134, 560, 134, 580. That was very good. Oh, I got slipped a little bit. It got executed at 460. So now the 30-minute candle has broken the high of the previous 30-minute candle. It has broken above 134,420. So I think we should continue moving up towards, 134,560. I mean, now price just needs to stay above 134, this area right here, 134,420. The 15-minute candle has also started. Now, the thing about the 15-minute candle is that 15-minute candle closed bullish above 134,420, so it made a low right over here. And now, if we're expecting the 30-minute candle to continue bullish, which means we're also expecting this new 15-minute candle to continue moving bullish as well. So that's why the stop is placed below the 15-minute candle, which now we're anticipating is going to be the low of this 30-minute candle. And then it should stay above 134,420, and the next 30-minute candle should continue moving bullish. I guess it just makes sense. Can I depend on the close of the 15-minute entry because I didn't have stops? Well, yeah, I mean, it's up to you. But I think this is the second chance I'm giving this trade, and I think if it should continue moving bullish now. But if it comes back in the range, then that's going to be the point where I'm just going to call it a day because, it's a Monday, and on a Monday, you don't want to be too aggressive. I think Euro USD also went up, right? Let's take a look at Euro USD, Euro JPY. Oh yeah, Euro JPY also went up. It should continue moving bullish. So now since I'm in a trade, what's going through my mind is I'm just analyzing my risk. I'm just analyzing what's at stake over here. I have a stop below this candle, and now I'm really, really consciously looking to see. Oh, now the point is I can't control the outcome. The outcome is totally out of my control. If price goes up to this area here, then perfect, I make money. But if price starts coming down, that's the point where I start looking to see, okay, where do I want to close positions? Or how much risk do I want to keep in this trade? So once price starts coming down below 134,420, I'm going to start closing 50% of my positions. Because I don't want price to come down and hit my stop here completely, right? Because we want to manage risk. So when you're in a trade, you're always managing risk. You're always looking at the trade and see that, okay, how can I reduce risk? What can I do to reduce risk? What will make me keep my risks small? Always just keep thinking about that. Once you're going to keep thinking about that, you're going to stop thinking about where price is heading in profits, because you already have a target. So I think most people stress themselves out just by thinking about, oh, when profits, should I close? Should I close? Should I leave it open? But what you should really looking at it is that what will you do if it comes back down in a drawdown? How will you manage risk? Oh, some people held the buys from earlier on and they've closed like 10 pips, 11 pips. How do you close 50%? I think if you write that same question in Google, it will answer that question pretty easily. Let's see here. How do you close? Actually, so first we're going to go to google.com and then how to close 50% on MT5. Yeah, see, close half position right over here. So it gives you a step-by-step information on how to do that, and I think it's going to be pretty helpful. I mean, once you know how to close partials, you're gonna like it a lot. Can you have a look at the swing trade? Okay, let's take a look here. Second entry, GPJPY 4 hour. You're expecting price to continue moving bullish. I think it's pretty good. I think it's good. Broke previous high and resistance. Pretty good. I think it can continue up towards 135. I think we can come up towards 135. But in the meantime, I think we're coming up towards 134, 560, 540. So I think it's pretty good. One way to close 50% is also what I use are magic keys. Magic keys. You press 50% and it closes 50%. When are you taking partial profits? when it comes up towards, like around 134, 540, 560, that's the point I'm going to be taking partial profits. So right now we're just waiting here. Do you wait for candle to close above resistance to go in, or go in as it passes through the resistance? Well, I'm in right now. Yeah, I'm I'm in a trade right now, basically. YouTube, mate, YouTube can tell you on how to close partials. Yeah. Thank you. How is trading going for you? Oh, very good. We are not seeing the chart. That's impossible. You can't see the chart. How are you on the stream and can't see the chart? Blows my mind. Yeah, your GPY is closing above this level too. It's closing above this resistance. How do you take confirmations on 15-minute time frame? I don't take confirmations on 15-minute time frame. This is a confirmation I took on a 30-minute time frame as it broke the high over here. The reason you guys can't see the chart on YouTube is because you have to adjust the resolution. If you don't adjust the resolution, you won't be able to see the chart. And I mean, it's very simple stuff, right? To adjust the resolution, I guess. And as we're coming up towards 134, 540, I'll be looking to close some positions here around 10 pips. I have two positions running, one at 440, 449, and 462. So I think it's going to be a very, very good trade here as we come up towards our target. Now at this stage, if price comes back to my entry, I'm going to close 50% of my position because I'm in profits, like I'm in profits. If someone else is in profits, that's perfectly fine. But I'm in profits right now. So if it comes back down to my entry, I'm going to close 50% of my position. That's what I'm going to do. Someone asked, when do you move your stops to break even? When it gets to, like 134, 540. I'm also looking at this area here to the left. Maybe it's like rejecting this area, but we'll wait and see what happens. I move my stops to break even once I secure 10, 11 pips, and then I move stops to break even and let the rest run. But for the most part, I'm gonna close 50% once it comes to my entry here, because the thing is, this is really important. When price goes in profits, now you've done something amazing. You've had a profitable trade, and if price comes back to your entry point and it starts going in negative, that's when there's a problem, So when price goes into profit and comes back to your entry point, then I start thinking about, okay, maybe I should secure, maybe I should close 50%. Maybe I shouldn't let the whole thing run. That's what I'm thinking all the time. Because like at the end of the day, it's a very sad situation if you let a positive trade go in negative and then hit your stop loss, right? That's very, very bad. That's like you playing yourself, like and no one wants to play themselves, so don't do that. So that's what I'm going to do. If it comes down to my entry, I'm going to close 50%. That's managing risk with no stress. What time zone are you using? Eastern time zone. Took an entry before joining the stream and we literally got the same entry. Oh, nice, man. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, letting a profitable trade run into negative, that's just insane. That's retarded, man. That's like someone going to the bank, getting some money, and then just staying there and getting caught. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So anyway, as we're coming up towards, 134, 540, I think this is going to be a very good position to maybe close like 10, 11 pips, put stops at break even, and let the rest run. 30-minute candle is coming to close here. 15-minute candle has gone bullish. The only problem is this 15-minute candle is approaching this consolidation area here to the left-hand side, right? So what I did is I closed a portion of my position here, and now I'm letting the rest run because we're approaching this consolidation here to the left. So what I don't know, I don't know whether we will consolidate and reject in this area, like this whole consolidation area here to the left hand side, or we will do like come down, do a retest and go up. That's something I'm not sure. The only thing I'm sure about is like how much risk am I taking off the table when it comes back down to my entry point. That's very important. Consider the commission. Taking 10 pips would be a low profit, wouldn't it? I paid $20 per. Oh, you paid $20 per lot. Yeah, that's a lot of commission, man. I pay like $7. Can you take partials on TradingView? No. Raju, let's play Dota 2 after the stream. No, I'm busy. That's powerful. Keep it up. I was on demo for 6 months, and when I put real money in, everything changed. So I'm trying to adopt some of. Oh, it's awesome. Do you execute your trades on MT4, and what type of music are you listening to? Yeah. Yeah, man, $20 commission is pretty outstanding. Whoever your broker is, man, they're doing good. They're doing good. $20 commission. That's awesome. What happened to the Instagram competition for the drive? So, the Instagram competition for the drive, what happened to that was there were 96 people who came on who won the competition, and I added 30 people, and then I found that people started leaking the drive. They started leaking the drive, and then I said, okay, you know what? No more, and then we stopped. What can you say about, say, the spread is 3 pips? Is it too much, that spread? I mean, it's up to you. My spread is 1.4, 1.5, 1.3 pips. So as this 30-minute candle is coming to a close, which is closing very bullish, and it's pretty awesome, it's closing bullish because it's going to give us an opportunity to maybe, close this trade as the target comes closer to 134.540. So I think it's going to be pretty good. So we're just waiting right now. Have you ever thought about opening your own brokerage? No. No. There was a guy here from the future. He said that price would drop to 134.200. I guess he went back to the future to kind of like reanalyze to see what's going on. But it could have dropped, but it went up. What's your normal RR on a trade? Normal is like 1-to-1. My risk reward is 1-to-1 normally. So here we go. The 30-minute candle is coming to a close over here. So now we gotta wait for the next 30-minute candle. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. What's happening here? This 30-minute candle closed bullish. It closed above this 134.420. So now you see at this point, this is where waiting for the candle to close, it's pretty tricky because with GPJPY, it doesn't always do a retest. Sometimes it just continues on going without giving you that retest opportunity. So right now, I'm just watching this candle. If this candle comes back to my entry point, this is where I'm going to close 50% of my position. Because if it comes back to my entry point, then there's an opportunity for price to go back in the drawdown. So at this point, you need to really manage your risk. So since I've been in this trade, if you guys have noticed, I've only been talking about what am I going to do if it comes in drawdown. That's it. That's the only thing I've been talking about because that's the only thing I'm worried about. That's it. If it comes into drawdown, what am I going to do? How am I going to act? What am I going to close? What am I going to secure? Even if it doesn't have a top wick, oh yeah. I mean, even if it doesn't have a top wick, I'm closing 50% when it comes back to my entry point. I'm never ever letting price go from positive to negative. Never ever am I doing that. If someone thinks that they can hope for price to go back up and let it go in drawdown, that's all the power to you. But I'm never letting my whole position go in a drawdown. I may let 50%, but not the whole thing. So there are some very strict rules you have to make so that you're safe in the charts, just like the jungle over here. So you got to be safe in the jungle. Yeah, so we're just kind of like waiting over here. Looks like gold is still stuck in this range. Yeah, gold is still stuck in this range over here. Below 1778, 1777. How you close 50% if the price is an entry point? From your MetaTrader. I mean, guys, it's a very simple thing. Closing partial positions, it's a feature on MetaTrader. But the only problem is in MetaTrader, you have to go through 4 steps to close partials. So you need to Google that. It is unfair to add the first 30 people to the drive, and yet you had to add us all. You need to keep your words. No, John Henry, it's my competition, it's my drive, it's my rules. So if you don't like the rules, you can leave the stream, you can unfollow me. I don't give 2 shits about what you do, John Henry. So please. I mean, it's my intellectual property, and I choose to do what's best for my intellectual property. Shit, man. Giving out free stuff and people still get mad. People getting mad on free stuff, man. Holy, it's crazy. Crazy the expectations people have from other people online. It's just insane. John Henry told me things as if I'm his cousin or something, So I'm related to him. No, man, no. It would have been unfair if people paid me and then I said I'm not going to do something. Then that would have been unfair, But if someone starts leaking my information and then I say no, now no one's getting it for free, I think it's pretty fair because, I'm protecting myself. And it's also not fair for people who paid as well, so. All right, so right now price is coming back down. It's coming back down to entry point, and okay, so at this point right here, I closed 50% of my position. Right over here at this point. I closed 50% of my position. It came back to my entry point. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Once this 15-minute candle breaks the 15-minute low, at this point, I'm going to close another 50% of my position. Yeah, I think that's going to be a very good thing to do. Really, really managing risk over here. Once this candle closes the low right over here, breaks the low at like 134, 435. So at this stage, we're displaying how to manage risk. And I think the reason why it's rejecting is because, this is somewhat that we pointed out earlier on, that maybe this is going to be an area of rejection and whatnot. Did you secure any positions before the 30-minute candle? No. All right, let's take a look at this chart. This is strong rejections, minor support, turn resistance, minor resistance. Weight overall bullish technically, but fundamentally positive. Yeah, I think with the pound optimism, the bullish optimism, it should continue moving bullish. Wait to retest this level. Ooh, for strong bullish move. Yeah, for sure, it can still happen. I mean, I think it can happen maybe in the rest of the week as we come into Wednesday, probably Wednesday, Thursday. Someone entered the Forex, Astro Forex fund. They deposited £15,000 to receive 50,000 live account. When I tried to withdraw the money, I was told that 15,000 was the price of the program for 1 year. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Carlos, man, you got a lot of money. If you attack me so much, I'll be like, Sean. Yeah, I don't know how people get sucked into those programs. It's pretty scary, man. 15,000, you could have just dropped even 10,000 in an account and just traded that. That would have worked pretty good. I was trying to take a trade with Magic Keys, but it's saying that I need to change something in the settings. Yeah, go to the troubleshooting guide. The troubleshooting guide has everything in it. Everything is in it. Anything you need to know. And I mean, without seeing a screenshot of anything, it's very hard for me to say what's going on. So as this 15-minute candle starts to break below the previous 15-minute candle, I'm going to close another 50% of my position here. So as price starts to go in your profits, you start securing profits, you start closing partials, and you really start to say, okay, we're winning, so we're going to start securing profits. This is the same thing as price starts going in drawdown. Whenever price is going in drawdown, now you're starting to see that, okay, maybe price is not going to go where we expected it to go. So maybe I'm going to start, maybe securing, or maybe I'm going to start to see if I can maybe lower down my risk and whatnot. So, I think that's very important. If we treat that breakout as a fake out, what do you think? What do you think to take sells below 134, 440? I think that fake out is not going to be at 440. I think it's going to be below 400, 134, 400. Oh, there we go. It's coming down. It's breaking below the low of the previous 15-minute candle. Not yet. It's coming close. If it comes close, this is going to be the point where I'm going to close another 50% of the position. So I think it's going to be a very good idea. Really, really managing risk. That's very, very important. If 30-minute candle close back in the range, it will be a fake out. Yes, I agree. And then price will probably definitely continue moving bearish. Because if price couldn't maintain its move bullish, then there's a very high chance it's going to maintain its move bearish. And that will be below even 134, 300. So at the same time, you're keeping two biases in mind all the time. Two biases in mind. Because you need to know when the buying bias is not going to work out. I mean, look at this, the way the candle is forming, the 5-minute candle. Just take a look at the 5-minute here. 5-minute is also bearish, 15-minute is also bearish. It's breaking the low. I closed another 50% right over here, and now I have a very tiny position running. And as it's coming down, I mean, now it broke the low of the 15-minute candle. So I don't think it's a good idea to leave this position open. So probably at this point, I'm going to close my entire position. So perfect. At this point, I closed my entire position. I not only lowered down my risk considerably, but I lost maybe like, 1 pip. So I had a 5 lot open, and out of that 5 lot, I took a loss of like $48 by really reducing my risk. GP, JPY. Yeah, I wasn't really confident in this, so I want to take a trade where I'm very, very confident. When the confidence gets a little low, when things don't seem the way they should be, then at this point I'm just out of the trade. So this was an example of stress-free risk management. Extremely stress-free risk management. Knew exactly what's at risk, knew exactly when to close positions, when to close partials, and just be very, very risk averse. This looks like it could have been a fake out to continue down, waiting for the break retest of the break gray area. Yeah, I think that would make sense. I was just being very, very cautious. Also, it's a Monday, and I think the reason why price is behaving the way it is, I think it's just reacting to this area here to the left-hand side. Because this is a consolidation area, basically. All this area, this is a consolidation area. So, yeah. Is there any reason you didn't secure when you were in profits? Yeah, I wanted price to come up towards in above this zone. I wanted price to come up towards 134,560. And I accepted the fact that okay, I can secure here, or I can maybe manage it as it comes back to my entry. Is it because it wasn't 10 pips, right? Yeah, because it wasn't like it wasn't 10 pips, it wasn't 10, 11 pips where I wanted to secure. So I think it was a very good idea to manage the risk here and really, really secure. Like, look, I took 2 trades. One was -4 pips, one was -1 pip. Overall, -5 pips. So I think it's pretty good. Partial stop loss in Magic Key is so overpowered. Yes. The partial stop loss in Magic Keys is something I use all the time. It's basically, let's say that you entered a buy right over here, right? You entered a buy right over here, you went in profits, and then you placed a partial stop loss right over here, right? What a partial stop loss is going to do is if price comes back down to this partial stop loss, what it's going to do is it's going to take out a percentage of the position automatically, and it's going to leave the rest running. Let's say if you had a 1 lot open, if you had a 1 lot buy open right over here, and you had a partial stop loss here, which was that, let's say partial stop loss was 50%. So as price would come down to your partial stop loss, instead of taking out the full position, it's going to take out 0.5 lots, and it's going to leave the rest running. So that's something I use, for my stops. Do you ship Magic Keys to Philippines? No, we're having some quarantine issues. The COVID. I said the word, man. I said the C word. Shouldn't say the C word. Yeah, it's because of that. The shipments are some places are getting pretty. Their restrictions are too high. Which books on money management do you read? I have no books. No books on money management. Money management is really easy. I mean, if you're looking at money management from trading perspective, it's really easy. Don't take a big loss. I mean, don't take a big L. That's the #1 rule. Don't take a big L. And second rule is to always, always, always think about your downside. Does it have a partial TP as well? Yes, it has a partial TP as well. Magic Keys. Yeah, let me bring this up over here. When you take a trade, you open one position, two positions. On this trade, I opened two positions. Um, I had a buy stop at 134, 440. It got executed at 134, 460. Got slipped a little bit, and then once price came down, I took another position at 134, 440. So I closed both positions at almost like break even, so there was no loss there. So see the 15-minute candle closed bearish over here, and the 30-minute candle is still open, and I mean it was not good. But the good thing is we're closing above 134, 420. So since the trade did not work out the way I wanted it to work out, I'm not going to take a third position because I've already taken two trades. Do you ship to Australia? Oh yes, it works with C-Trader, MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. If your winning percentage is above 50%, one-to-one makes you profitable. Yes. Wait, you lost two trades. Yes. So you left 10 pips on the table. No. Ever been to India? No. Does Magic Keys ship to India? Yes. How long did it take you to become? Oh. Oh wow. Okay. So the 15-minute candles have broken the high right now over here at 134,500. I think now it's going to continue moving up to where our target was. Can we buy and sell with soft 4FX real time? No, that's only for simulator. So now you can see now it broke the high of the previous two 15-minute candles. It's coming up into this consolidation area. And as long as it stays above the high of the previous two 15-minute candles, these two candles, it should continue moving bullish. Ooh, that would have been the target right over there, 134, 540, 550. If you were using smaller lots, would you consider letting the trade run? Yeah, I just didn't want to be too aggressive on a Monday. That's all. There's no FOMO. There's no emotional entanglement over here. Nothing. But this was a target, and I think it reached the target. So it's pretty good. I'm sure some people held the trade up till here, right? So it's good. Been on the stream on 5 months. Here's my first chart. Let's take a look at this. Long time listener, first time caller. Made a new high, 15-minute, and respecting the levels. Okay. Now retesting the previous high. Yeah, okay. I think it would have been a good entry above this high over here, but this looks good too. Did you take those Asian session buys? Yes. I had buys. In the Asian session, I took buys somewhere over here, like 134, 520. What was it? Yeah, 134, 360. I took buys in the Asian session. Somewhere over here, 360. It was based on the 15-minute. Yeah, somewhere here. I took buys in the Asian session. Oh, it looks like the projection for GPJPY is coming up to a completion over here. I mean, once we come up towards 134,550, we can continue up towards 134,600 as well. So, man, people who held this trade still, I mean, it's very good. Beautiful. This 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 was a winner here for you. Do you ever wonder if you just let it run to your stop loss, would you win more trades? No, I'm okay with it. Starting on in Monday, I potentially don't take many trades on Monday. So if I do, it's like, it's whatever. Plus, I took a trade in the Asian session that put me up in profits. So that's pretty good. Does your strategy or lot size? I think in hindsight now, that when I'm looking at it, I think I should have left a smaller position run, like in hindsight, like hindsight is always good. So, you can use hindsight to learn for future. So I should have let like a smaller position run. So that's about it. But overall, I think it did play out. It did retest this level 134, 420, and it's coming back up to a target now, 134, 540. So I think this is a very good move. This is gold, 15 minute. Oh, nice. Look at that, G just still moving. So if people took this trade and you won and you didn't close, give a like on the stream, man. Give your boy a like on the stream because it helps a lot of people. If you held this trade with no stress, you knew about the risk, man, you just had a stress-free trade. Today, GJ is hitting the wrong moves. I think GJ is hitting the right moves today. Beautiful moves today. It just was a little bit of a retracement here. So, if you had a winning trade, this was a stress-free trade. How do you feel about the significant move? I think it's pretty good. And it's not Raj, it's Raja. Big difference. If you want to add me on something, I can explain now. Yep, your JPY is also moving up above, 121,600. We got gold also breaking up above 1777, 1778. We got GPJPY coming up closer into this consolidation area and trying to come up towards 134,600. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, 3 positions, 30 pips, one still running for 600. Very nice. Yeah, I think you're gonna get that. Oh, there we go. We're coming up towards 134,600 now. 134,600 coming up. Wow. This was a beautiful, beautiful move. Holy, look at that. From here all the way up towards the fulfillment of this projection. This projection got fulfilled, man. Boom. I went in Raja mode and been holding this trade since last night. Oh. How to avoid overtrading? Just don't overtrade. Simple. राजा भाई मैंने 64 मैंगो प्लांट कर दिया है, 1 हफ्ते में आ जाएगा. Oh, very nice. If you take any positions, it's mean you're ready to lose that money, then why play safe? Then let the trade run. It helps some time, but at the same time it tricks you. No, it's okay. I manage my risk according to how I manage my risk. The way I manage my risk, this is the reason I'm profitable. Sometimes you miss moves and sometimes you get the moves. It's what it is. But at the end of the day, what counts is, was your bias correct? Did you have a correct bias? If you had your stops and your profits, did those stops get hit or did those profits get hit? So from what I can see our analysis was correct. Our bias was correct. Price went to profits, it went to targets, and that's all what matters at the end of the day. If you were not in the position, or let's say if you closed the position early, this means that you still had a winning trade, but that was a lesson for the next day. Now maybe the next day you want to leave like some position running, or you want to maybe not be too on what's the word, whatever the word is, right? But our bias was correct. The analysis was correct. Price did go where we wanted it to go. The only thing is I was just very, very conservative on the risk. And that's still fine. It wasn't a loss. $400 in one move. Oh, nice. So basically, if you guys were in this trade, uh, congratulations. You got scammed again this morning. First thing in the morning, you got scammed by Raja Banks on taking a winning trade. If you managed risk, that's still good. You still got scammed. So welcome to the scam of the internet here. We did really well. Um, I've noticed you don't break and retest as much as you did last year, but go into trade as soon as it breaks the zone. Yeah, I've noticed that GJ doesn't really do like a retest sometimes. Most times it doesn't really do a retest. It just keeps on going. So even if you look over here, I think a safer entry would have been once the 15-minute candle broke the high of the previous 15-minute candle. This was like around 9 pips, 8, 9 pips. I think it should still tap 134,600. The NY Open is coming up. There's going to be a lot of volume in NY Open, so we're gonna see. So whoever took this trade and won the trade, tag me on Instagram and say that we got scammed again this morning. It's gonna help my following a lot to know who's the real scammer here. Can you explain how? Hey, what's the best time to trade EJ? I think every time is the best time to trade EJ. I mean, we were looking at this, right? Candles closing above here, and now it's trying to move up. I learned and spent over 15K with a company called Market Traders, and it was always another upsell after upsell after upsell. Oh wow, man! I wish I could upsell like that. I mean, people pay $500 for my mentorship or course, and I wish I could upsell like that. I mean, man, if I could upsell like that, I wouldn't ever have to trade. Ever. Never I'd have to trade if I could upsell like that. That's crazy. I mean, training's not hard, it's easy. Anyone get this issue on my MetaTrader 5? It always deletes my charts in the quotes tab and refresh to the standard ones. Gotta delete, add my new pairs. Um, anyone get this issue on my MT5 on the phone? Yeah, I'm not sure about the phone. I think it's on the broker side. Sometimes it happens. Someone's sending me a message on Steam. Good luck for the week. Thank you, thank you. See now, if someone's still holding a trade over here, make sure your stops are at break even because it reached like a very strong resistance at 134,600. Nice to you manage your risk. That's for this you have profit in your life and make money in Forex. Go on, man. Oh, nice. Thank you from Brazil. Do you put stop loss in profit? Oh yes, sometimes. Spent over 8K with market traders, it sucks. They keep making you more and more sales. Wow. What's your Steam account name? I have no idea what my Steam account name is. Yeah, I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Let's open Steam over here. I have no clue what my Steam account name is. Do I go to profile? No idea. No way to tell. Yeah, this is my profile. Look, I have 39 friends on Steam right now. This guy's playing Dota 2. No, it's not rakeel, it's something else. I think with Dota you need that code, that number code or something. Ooh, Raja scammed 3,000 pounds, 300 pounds right into my trading account. What a fraud. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is USD CAD 30 minute, anticipating the price to go down with New York Open, clean traffic to the left. I agree with this. Sell, price is breaking below here. Yep, I think on the 15 minute, if you see some sort of a retracements or minor resistances, I think it can continue moving bearish. So it's correct. Why you don't consider the break of 30-minute candle a point to get out? I see most of trades you close early don't break the previous 30-minute candle. Yeah, I mean, I just close where I want, you know, like 10, 11 pips. I think that's more than enough for me to be profitable for the long run. Mind me asking a stupid question. It might have been asked before, but I'll ask just the same. Is this your full-time job? Yes. 6:30 till 9 a.m. Eastern is what I do every day. Um, yeah, beautiful. Let's take a look at USD CAD. USD CAD is closing below this area here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour here as well. Ooh, the 4-hour is trying to go bearish. If this goes down, man, we're coming down in the 4-hour. Let's take a look at the 1-hour here. 1-hour also closed below that area. 15-minute as well. So yeah, I mean, if this 15-minute candle breaks the low here, I think it's going to be a it's going to be a very good opportunity to take sells for sells. It's going to be very good. As we can see, GPJPY, I can look at the price and say that we have retraced quite a lot. Look at that retracement, man. We retraced all the way from up here to down here. So if you took profits up over here, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. You know, now let's take a look at the 1-hour. 1-hour also now in this range. This is the NY open. Looking at the 15-minute, 15-minute is coming down to this minor support here. If it respects it, we could continue moving up. So, you know, if you still have buys running on GJ, I think you can bring your stops right over here, like 134, 450, because essentially you want price to respect that area. But more important than that, I mean, this is the minor support. This is the major support right here because this is the low of the 30-minute candle. So, oh wow, look at that, right? So, always secure profits, man. Secure profits and you're going to be good. Raja, you scammed me. I was expecting 200 pounds and now I got 450 pounds. Oh, man. Don't report me, man, please. Any other trade you expect to take? I joined late. Well, if you joined late, then this is it, man. This is it. We called the buy on GJ, and I think it worked really well. So we're gonna place it right over here. Trades called GJ buys. You know, so you know, like sometimes people message me saying, "Hey man, like I had a correct bias and I still lost the trade." So same thing happened here with me. You know, so you're not alone in that. Same thing happened with me. There was nothing to do with the markets. It was just based on your risk. And my risk was very conservative on a Monday to let the trade run towards completion. So that's why I have a -5 pip loss. But that doesn't mean I'm a bad trader. It means we had great analysis. The only thing was that the risk was too conservative. If you're late, you're lucky you didn't get scammed. Yes, that's true. Can you plot the 4-hour support just to know if you take it in consideration? All right. Let's take a look at this. This is the 4-hour support. And if this 4-hour is going bullish, I think it's going to fill the wick at 134,670. And if you go into 30-minute, that 134,670 is right over here. Right here. So if that 4-hour is going bullish. How can you fix the timing of entering a trade? So let's take this for example. Let's say someone had a very bad entry on this trade. And now you're asking someone that, hey, how can I fix the timing to enter the trade? So now you got to look at the trade that is already done, and you have to see that, okay, where could you have gotten a really good entry logically, right? So logically speaking, let's take a look at this now. 15-minute, it's like whatever, you know, you got some stuff over here, so we're just going to ignore that. So we're going to look at a 30-minute. So obviously, looking at the 30-minute here, you could say that, okay, a good entry could have been somewhere over at this candle. But then you say, well, you know, at this time, we're still below this resistance, so it doesn't make sense. You're like, okay, that doesn't make sense. It's too risky. Okay, whatever. And then you're like, okay, a second entry could have been maybe when price came down to retest this area right over here. But at the same time, when price is coming down to retest this area, price is bearish, right? You don't know if you can enter here. So you're like, okay, scratch that. Let's do some more analysis. All right, we're now going to do some more analysis. So if the bias is buys, and in buys, price makes a high, it makes a higher low, it makes a high high, higher low, high high, right? So that means that candles also make higher highs and higher lows like this, right? Candles also make higher highs and higher lows. So now if you're looking for entry, you might want to say that, okay, maybe if I didn't get a good entry, maybe I could have gotten an impulse entry. So maybe I could have entered when this candle broke the high of the previous candle. I could have entered over there and had my stop below the current candle, because if price is going to move up, it's going to make higher highs and higher lows, right? So look at this. This made a low, made a higher low, made a higher low, made a higher high, made a higher high. So maybe that would have been a good impulse entry. So you're like, okay, perfect. I got it now. I understand that. So maybe now I'm going to write this down in my notebook or my journal or whatever I have, or to write things down, and I'm gonna take this information into the next day, so that if this opportunity presents itself again, I'm going to be ready, right? And that's how then you get ready for the next day. But the only way you don't get ready for the next day is if you miss the entry and you start chasing a trade. Because now instead of learning, you're starting to get emotional and you start chasing a trade. So yeah, held out and didn't analyze my risk, took a loss, but just took a look back at it and know where I went wrong. So lesson still learned, so I take it as a positive. Yeah, that's good, man. Even if you miss a trade, always know that that's a lesson learned. Whenever you miss a trade, like, people have this wrong idea of, oh, I took a loss, I'm gonna take revenge from the market. Also, can you show us how to use buy stops and magic keys? Yeah, you press open calc and then you press market pending. So, it was another episode of scam free trading. Roger, looking good today. What's your secret? Just got a haircut, man. Got a haircut from, man, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. First of all, I don't tell lies or fake news, but this is the best haircut I've gotten in a long while, in a very, very long time. This is the best haircut I got, and this is the guy who I got haircut from, Jason Rips. Yeah, I mean, man, amazing, amazing haircut. I highly recommend this guy. I mean, awesome haircut. 4 people told me yesterday, man, such nice hair. Where'd you get it? And it's because of this guy here. Amazing haircut. Posted my win on my Instagram. Oh, perfect. That's because I haven't gotten a haircut. Free haircut? No, no, it wasn't a free haircut. What do you mean? Man is spending his. No, man. Haircuts are never free. I always pay for haircuts. Yeah, so right now, once you've secured profits, now price is coming back. This is where you don't want to overtrade. You don't want to overtrade. Can you leave your trading view open 24/7? No, I can't. Sorry for the dumb question. I have magic keys, but I can't find partial stop loss on my keyboard. It's the button. It's the change symbols button. Is it? Hold on. I think it's the change symbols. Yeah, it's that one. Look at USD CAD. USD CAD is still stuck in this area here, which we saw before. I think it needs to break below this area to continue moving down. Gold is still over here. Your JPY is starting to move up towards 121,850. Damn, straight move up. Clean candles to the left. Look at that. Clean candle. And if you look at the Chinese indicator, just take a look at the Chinese indicator, right? Now, now pound is getting weak and euro is getting stronger. Look at that. Pound is getting super weak. And look at the pound. Just ranging now. Gets difficult, you know. Raju, how many pips do you cut your hair? Man, this style is it's pretty good. I think gold should also continue up towards, 1784, 1783, 1784. Do you look at trades based on a candle flip? First, you need to define what a candle flip is. Candle flip is when candle's about to go bullish or when it's about to break a high. That's what basically a candle flip is. How often does a Chinese indicator refresh? Chinese indicator refreshes as many times you want to refresh it. You click over here, it refreshes, you click again, it refreshes. So, and your JPY is continuing up towards the target at 121.850. You got a bullish front line with the Fibonacci sideburn. Yeah, my bullish front line is becoming more bearish. Do you trade if the spread is 33.5 pips? No, I don't trade when spread is 3.5 pips. The thing is, when your spread is 3.5 pips and my spread is 1.4 pips, 1.5 pips, that means you're paying more to execute the trade and I'm paying less to execute the trade. That's all what it means. No more trades for today, Raja. Nope, no more trades for today. No more trades for today. Ustad G, thoughts on when price breaks previous week's upper wick? I think you need to send a chart with your thoughts on it first. Have you never had a look at my FX book Outlook community? I don't even know what that is. Would you ignore a great opportunity to trade? Yes, because I need to follow my plan to be successful. What about hedging a trade? I don't do that anymore. I never did that actually. Picked up your win rate. Picked up your win rate is not scam level yet. Profitability is impressive in the long run. Oh, nice. So does that base your account from size for me to paying higher? Yeah, so if your spreads are higher, you're paying more to execute a trade because you're paying spread, right? So now USD CAD is trying to turn bearish here and continue moving down. I think it could come down to this area right over here. You have an attitude today. Oh no, I don't have an attitude ever. I think it's the haircut. Why do you call it Chinese candlestick? I thought that's a currency strength meter. I never called it a Chinese candlestick. Um, damn. Okay. Yeah, gold should continue moving bullish. Let's take a look on the 30 minute. 30 minute clean traffic. Maybe have some issues at like 1782, but for the most part, it should continue up. Let's take a look at this gold. You have a buy over here. Your stops are below the 30-minute candle. Um, Sideways. Yeah, I think you could get up to that 1788, but at the same time, I think there's some issues right over here. 1784, 1783. That's where I should see some sort of issues happening. Looks like GPJPY is now continuing bullish here. Did a little dance above this resistance turn support, and I think it can continue up towards 134.670. I'm back to trading after 2 months and people haven't changed here. Yes, it's the same community. We pay more. Yeah, so if you're paying 3.5 pip spread and you don't have commission, I think you're still paying more because Because let's say if my spread is 1.4 pip, and if my commission is $7 on a one lot, then on the one lot to pay $7, price has to move zero point 0.7 pip, right? So 1.2 or 1.3 plus zero point 0.7 is 2. So in total, to execute a trade, I'm paying like 2 pips. That's my fee, 2 pips. And even if you have like a 3 pip spread, man, you're paying a pip extra. And a pip extra, I'm using Vantage FX. Um, yeah, Vantage FX I'm using. If you're in the States and if you don't have access to Vantage FX, you can also look at Trader's Domain too. They got pretty good spreads. And as we were talking about gold, gold has skyrocketed here. Wow, man. The analysis has been on point everywhere. Euro JPY moving up. Gold moving up to 1782 now, approaching 1783. JPY also moving up. See, these days like these is when I look at them, I'm like, okay, you know what? I tell myself, hey, like I'm not a dumbass, because the biases are playing out perfectly. That's another thing I wanted to trade. Why did you stop using IC markets? Because they stopped operating in Canada. They were trying to push people. Ooh, USD CAD has also fallen down now. Wow, look at that. Broke the low and came down. Then come down towards 135, 320, and then possibly come down towards 135, 270. Today markets move so much for Monday. Yes, it's beautiful. This is a good sign that this week is going to be a great week. Looking at daily, we're moving bullish, man. We're going to fill this wick here. And then we're going to continue up towards 135. This is amazing. 134, 675 is coming up. Do you think PMI going to have a strong impact on GJ in 2 hours? It might make it wick a little bit, but that's about it. Raja, why did you buy your new house so soon? Prices are expected to drop later this year. Yeah, I mean, I looked at that. I mean, the house we bought was for about like 849,000, and I looked at the price. Even if they do drop, prices are not going to drop by more than 40,000. I mean, it's not going to drop more than 40,000. And I mean, the prices can't drop because people still buy homes. The market is hot. People are still buying homes. And in the long run, over let's say a 25-year mortgage or a 20-year mortgage, 40,000, it doesn't really make a big difference in your payments either. So it's pretty good. How long does it take to order Magic Keys? We ship out every Monday. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Finally, we're getting charts here. So this chart is AED JPY. Yeah, I think this is the same idea as the daily chart on GJ. I think this is going to continue moving up. I'm not sure to 75, but I think 75 400. I think towards this pink area you have for sure. I think it could work. Yeah, I mean with real estate, man, prices will always go up. Always go up. People don't realize that. Most of the money I'm making here in trading most of it is going in real estate. Most of it going in real estate. Next year we're looking to buy another property in Brantford. Brantford is like an hour away. And man, prices always go up. You get a like a pre-construction home for like 550,000, 600,000, like a small town. Man, 2, 3 years after that, that price jumps up by 200,000. So you made free $200,000 just by parking money in property. Like if the money, I mean, people save money all the time, and I'm like, okay, what are you saving it for? For a bad time, okay, park it in a house. Park it in property. Because once you park money in property, it starts increasing. And if you're not going to use it, then hey, like, it's great. Now you're building a portfolio. Like off-plan property. Yeah, off-plan property. The houses which are being planned to build, like let's say pre-construction homes. In Brantford, they're building pre-construction homes, 3,000 square foot. They're going to be completed in 2020. Asking price right now is 500,000. 10% is 50,000. You put down 50,000, 60, 70,000, in 2020 when the home is built, the price goes up from 500,000 to let's say 750,000. Now you have choice to before taking possession, you can sell that off and make a $250,000 profit in 2 years. That's a lot, man. People don't realize that. I mean, that's a lot of money. But the thing with real estate always goes up. You have to think about it this way. There's no more land that's being created. No more land is being created. And as price is moving up towards, our target at 675, I think it's going to get there. There's no factory in the world that's making land to give out. What we have is what we have. When people say there's going to be a crash, it's okay. Crash, it will always go up, you know. But we are in a real estate bubble and the bubble goes poof. No, no, only downtown Toronto is in a real estate bubble. When you move from a big city out in the like, where the construction is happening, you're gonna know there's no bubble, man. I was talking to one of the real estate developers here, and he was talking about like how there's major developments happening from Brampton all the way up towards Orangeville, Georgetown. So we're not in a bubble because everyone is moving out of the city. Now, and also what's happening with this C word is that since people are working from home more, they're looking for opportunities to buy property outside of the city because now they can work from home. Most of the like we're going to see a major change happening now, a big change, and that this big change is going to happen is because now the companies are adapting for their employees to work from home. A lot of people are working from home, and if they see that the people are giving the same productivity working from home, they'll say, well, why not? Okay, guys, you can just stay work from home. At the same time, we're saving cost on office bills, office supplies, rent, electricity, gas. The company's saving money over there. And when people can work from home, they'll say, well, we can basically move away from the city in a much better house. So when you have people moving away from the main city outside of the city, then that bubble is getting smaller. Then there basically is no bubble. So I think there's no bubble at all. And so I mean, if the millennials want to buy homes, man, they'll need to move away from the city because now they have chance to work from home. You have a good point. Yeah, I mean, it's my theory. Like I've been talking to people, and I think this makes sense. I think this makes sense. The bubble was in the US when everybody was getting loans. Everybody, man. In Canada now, like the mortgage requirements are so high, it's retarded. Really high. First of all, they wanted like so for 849,000, they wanted 20% down. Had to put down 170,000 cash, $170,000 cash. Then their fees, $10,000 fees. So all in all, it came up to like we spent around $188,000. On top of that, they wanted bank statements for 2020, bank statements for 2019, bank statements for 2018. They wanted all this information just to see that if I'm really be able to pay the payments or get the mortgage and whatnot. So the requirements are really high. When the requirements are really high to get a home, there is no bubble because they want to make sure that we're giving money to someone who can really afford it. What? Because I think the markets, the banks, the lenders, institutions, they've learned a lot from what was happening in 2008 when everybody was getting mortgages. Everybody. You can have a dog. Your dog is like a year old, he can get a mortgage. So that was a bubble. I think now times are pretty stable. It's funny how when someone doesn't understand real estate, they think it will always go up. I mean, real estate will always go up, always go up. No matter what happens, real estate is always going up. Gonna get some coffee. We got like 6 minutes left for this 30-minute candle to close. Well, I guess we did tap 1783 on gold here. Oh, nice. Someone got a trade on gold. Beautiful. Um, yeah, I guess this is it for today. Would you take on the department to buy? Would you take on the department to buy? Would you take on debt to buy apartments? Yes. That's my long-term goal to own multifamily complexes, multifamily units, especially duplexes, triplexes. You know, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You can get like a nice one for like 2 million, 2.5. But first, you have to secure a home, man. When people say that they don't want to buy a home, it's a man. You're just dumb. If you're not buying homes, you're just I don't know, man. Like we got people like I don't want to name people, but some people are just against buying homes, and I don't know what's wrong with people. I mean, if you have money, you want to park it there. It just grows over time. It's just insane the amount of excuses I hear from people. Oh no, no, no. How old were you when you secured the first home? 2 years ago, we got a condo, and this is the first home we bought. So we got a condo and now this one home. So in my 30s, I secured my first property. Yeah, I think it was a winning day today. I mean, for me, I took a little loss. It is what it is. So far, I mean, the buys I had in Asian session, I'm up like $205 for the first day of the week. Yeah, $205. It's not bad. Not bad, mate. Do you rent out your properties? Just one. Yes. Thanks for helping me improve my trading. I'm taking wins and managing risk. Man, if you can manage risk, you've already made it. Trust me. If you can manage your risk, you've already made it. Because the biggest problem people have is managing risk. And the only way you lose big, if you let positions go in drawdown, you're moving your stop losses, you're not respecting your stops. That's the point of no return. I mean, your account is just getting barbecued on the grill here on the market. The market is the grill, and your account is like that little beef steak getting barbecued all day because you got the heat turned on. Man, you got the heat turned on your account, by overtrading. So whenever you're overtrading, you're turning on the heat on your account. So you gotta take it low. Have you ever thought about property trust on the stock market? More liquid, less taxes, no debt option. I don't know. I don't know much about the stock market, so I stay away from it. Do you think in a specific city or region to buy a home and rent? Yeah, like in a major city, like I bought a home where my family lives around us, and for investments, it's mostly outside of the city because those are developing areas. Can you explain one more time how you draw zone around 1784 for gold pre's? Yeah, so go to the 4 hour, actually go to the 1 hour, and then I looked at this wick here to the left hand side, and I saw that it kind of wicked in this area, 1783, 1784. So then I looked left, I'm like, okay, it makes sense over here. So that's why this was the area where I mapped out. And then 1783 was the price because, sometimes price may not come all the way up. So it's better to like, target it a little below where your target should be, just to be safe. In your honest opinion, what's the minimum account size for one to start trading? I think like $1,000, $500,000. $1,000 is a pretty good start. At the same time, you should be able to afford to trade as well. Yeah, it's also very important. Um, do you always take two positions and close half? Yes, always, all the time. So the 4-hour candle is about to come to a close in 30 minutes. And if you look at the 4-hour candle is closing bullish, which means the next 4-hour candle should continue moving bullish as well on GPJPY. The other day, some dude said he blew his $40 account. Yeah, I mean, some people pay that in commissions. Not me, not me, you know. Before someone says, oh yeah, Raja's being mean. Have you ever tried Vaduvan Alumash? No, I haven't. Yeah. How's the pens? The pens are pretty good, Vincent. I like these pens. Too bad your Instagram page is turned down. So I have these pens here. They're called Stay Faded. Yeah, they're called Stay Faded. Pretty good. I think if Vincent can turn on his Instagram page so I can show it to everybody. They're pretty good. Raja Banks, I'm learning a lot from you. Allah bless you. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean these new pens I have. These are THC infused pens. You know, like sometimes when you get some pens and you smoke them and you kind of get like a burnout feeling, right? You get like a burnout feeling. You get burnt out. You get like tired and you just wanna like your eyes get droopy. With these, nothing at all. You know, I woke up in the morning, I had an apple. My plate is right here. I had an apple in the morning. I had some water, and then I've been having this pen, you know, and my mind has been crystal clear. Nothing has gone wrong, and everything's just been super smooth. I managed risk here, didn't let the, and like you know, guided everyone up towards 134,600. Some people took profits up here, and you know, now we're just ranging. Sativa pen, yeah, sativa. And yeah, gold is coming up towards 1783. It was a very big move here. What was it? Around 54 pips. God damn. Ever thought about showing how you can grow a small account, the ultimate self-challenge? Maybe just show us how would you grow a $500,000 account. Just a thought. No, the only reason I don't want to grow a $1,000 or a $500 account is because in the same way I can make a lot more money trading my regular account. You know, so that would mean putting money on the table. 2 months ago, I did a challenge where I only traded like 20-cent lots, 50-cent lots, and the first week I made like $2,000. And then I looked at that and said, well, man, I could have made much more if I just used my normal lots, you know. So for that reason, I didn't do it. What is you blow $40 multiple times adding up to $1,000 more? What would you suggest? I think if you're depositing, okay, so there's this one problem people have, right? I know people personally who can afford to trade $1,000 account, who can afford to trade even $5,000 accounts. I know these people, you know, personally, but you're not doing that. You're depositing $100, $200. You're running through that. You're blowing it away. You're adding another 200. You're blowing that, losing that. You add another 100, 150, 200, 150. It makes no sense at all. You're playing safe, right? But at the same time, you're making sure that you know exactly what you're doing, which means you're trying to solve trading. You're trying to solve a perfect entry, a perfect exit, perfect take profit by experimenting on smaller accounts, and it's not working. You know, you're just running through those accounts, you know, and if you have a smaller account, you're more prone to overtrade on that account. Oh, gold just hit target here, 1784. You're more prone to overtrade on that account because in the back of your mind, you're saying, oh yeah, it's just like a $100 account or a $50 account or $200 account, I can just deposit more, no problem. But when you can afford to trade $1,000 account or a $5,000 account, man, just go do it. Just go do it. But you have to maintain your risk. You have to make sure you don't overtrade. That's something very, very important. So I mean, I just tell guys that, hey, if you can afford to trade $1,000 account and you can maintain risk, do it. You're going to start seeing amazing results. But if you start with tiny accounts over and over again, you're just over trading and over risking that small account because you can just add more money and it just doesn't make any sense. How much did you make last year off of trading? I think it was around like 280, 280, something like that. 280? No, 200. 200,000 withdrawals. 280 was like total. Like I don't withdraw a lot. The only time I'm going to withdraw a lot if I'm going to use it as an expense because it doesn't make sense to withdraw a lot and then pay tax on it, right? Best advice to walk away from a trade or a losing day is to just walk away, man. Close the charts, close the stream, stop talking to your friends who trade, and just walk away. Looks like this water is expired. Interesting. Do you withdraw at the end of every month? Yes, at the end of every month. Oh wow, we're moving up beyond 1784. Very nice. What percentage risk do you take in a trade? Around like 2%, 1%, 2%. I would do 9,000 this month, no taxes in the UK. Oh, beautiful. That's very nice. What I think gold will do this week, I think gold will continue up filling the wick at like 1788 this week. And then ultimately we're going to reach 1800. Look at that daily. Look at that 4 hour, man, going up, straight bullish. Look at that. Look at this beautiful white screen over here. 4K screen. Only on a 4K screen you can see all the way here to the left without destroying the candles. 4K screen. One of these days Samsung is going to see this and they'll say, oh wow, this guy promotes our screens. Well, let's give him another screen. And then I may get a free screen. Have you thought about throwing 20 lots since you are proven? No. Don't want to get personal in your finances, but is doing taxes an easier process to get filed? Yeah, I mean, you need an accountant for sure. I have two corporations, and like you need an accountant for sure. Do you think it's a good idea to grow and take profits from trading account that isn't big enough? Yes, I think it's very important. What most people do is most people don't they don't withdraw. You're only compounding. You're only compounding, and that's not really helping you at all because you're chasing compounding, and in the middle of compounding, some days, man, you lose a lot. You're like, oh man, I lost a lot of money over here. So then, like once you withdraw money, once money comes into your bank account, man, that feeling is different. Trust me, that's a whole different feeling. I mean, the first time I withdrew money and it came in my bank account, I was like, wow, man, this is what I have to chase. I have to chase withdrawals. I don't have to chase compounding. So withdrawals are important. How to avoid gambling in Forex? Just take one or two trades. You trade based on low time frame. What advices can you give if I choose trading on high time frame? Candles move the same way on all time frames, man. You just gotta accept that. Candles move the same way on all time frames. They make the same. Like, look here, right? 1 hour created resistance. This broke up. This candle came down to a retest, and then you're gonna see on the small time frames how this retest was done. So in the 15-minute, you will see a lot of confusion, right? Oh, look, candle closed with no wick. On the 30-minute, you will also see some confusion. Look at these candles, like small bodies, big bodies, So 1 hour is closing bullish. I think we can continue up towards 134,670. Even though 134,600 might be an important level, so we'll have to really make sure what happens at this level. I mean, price needs to break this to continue moving up. Otherwise, we may start coming down from here. You see daily wick on GP CAD. Yeah, I think that can get filled on GP CAD coming up. This area we had drawn earlier on. Forex trading is spread betting under UK law. Yes. My magic keys is arriving tomorrow. It's going to make executing closing trades so much quicker. Happy days coming. Yes. I mean, yeah, man. My risk management has. It seems like I'm just tooting my own horn, but with magic keys, without a shadow of a doubt, my risk management has been really tight. It has been really, really, really tight with magic keys. Not even lying. Are you 988 trader of a 1256 tax contract? I don't know what that is. I have a quick question. There's no commission charges on gold. I haven't traded gold in a long, long time, but I figured there should be a commission on gold. Yeah, so if you guys made profits today, I would say maybe withdraw 10-15% of it. If you made like 500, withdraw like $50, withdraw like $100, first thing in the month, first thing in the week, and kind of like feel good about it. Feel good about it. You're like, oh yeah, I made some money today. I withdrew money today. It's pretty good. Someone's withdrawing $50 here today, so that's pretty good. I feel like gold is going to drop once US news comes in. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, US news, let's see what they're expecting. They're expecting good numbers here, so yeah, it should drop. I mean, we've had good numbers for a very long time. Any advice on how to maintain a good habit on trading? Yeah, just 1 or 2 trades. Just focus on 1 or 2 trades, and that's it. There's nothing more to it. I mean, I took 2 trades and that's it. And then I've been just reading the comments and answering questions because I know tomorrow's going to be another day. Ooh, someone sent a message on Steam here. Hello. Oh, we can send emoticons. Let's scare him with this scary emoticon over here. Ooh, scared. Oh, we can send audio here too. Let's see what else we got. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. No. What are your favorite pairs you trade? GP, hands down. One of my most favorite pairs. So your JPY is now coming down after making a high. A picture perfect setup is going to be if we get a support here to retest the high made up over here. This is going to be a picture perfect setup. Are you going to buy the new Hellcat Durango? I'm really, really, really thinking about it. Really, really, really thinking about it. We have 2 cars right now. One's paid off, one's leased. So we're going to buy out that. So we're going to probably sell the sedan and then get a Durango. Durango's coming. 100% next year. Next year Durango's coming. I'll be kind of broke after this house purchase, so I got to save up money. I like when you lose a trade, you still stay on the stream, not rage quit and help others. Yeah, I mean, for sure, you gotta help people. I keep my cool because my my losses are controlled. Raja Savvy leasing Lambo. No, I don't know, man. I don't feel the need. I mean, think about it. Think about it. If I lease a Lamborghini, it's gonna be like $3,300 a month. $3,300 a month going on a car. For what? For what? For taking a picture, posting on Instagram and getting likes, or trying to get like people to sign up just because you can sign up and buy a Lamborghini. No, man, you sign up so you can potentially buy a house. You get a house. You don't buy a space car, you buy a space station. But no, I don't know. I can't justify spending that much on a car. I just can't. Like at the same time, I like big cars. Like some people like fast cars, sports car. I like big cars. So I like big fast cars like Durango. Oh, the other day we were looking at the Ford. It wasn't the Ford. It was the Hellcat. Was it like a Chevy or like a Ford? Oh yeah, Ford F-150. F-150. It wasn't Hellcat. It was some other name. It had like $700, 700 horsepower. It was a Ford. No, it wasn't a Raptor. I was watching on YouTube. It was another one. Ford 150. I forget the name. It had 770 horsepower. Yeah, Shelby. F-150 Shelby. F-150 Shelby. There we go. This was it right there. F-150 Shelby. This is some strong, strong, strong truck, man. Look at this. This thing has a lot of horsepower. 770 horsepower. $93,000. This Shelby. Look at this. Can you imagine a pickup truck running at 770 horsepower down the highway? You know, you're in your Lamborghini and you see a truck just cruise by. You're like, "Oh, what?" That's nuts, man. Wow, look at this one. Shelby Raptor. Can't even see pictures. It's so nice you can't even see pictures of this thing. Shelby Raptor. Yeah, I can't even see pictures of these things. Let's see if I can get pictures of Shelby Raptor. These trucks are like souped up trucks. 700 V8. Crazy. Look at this truck, man. It's like a gorilla. Yeah, I wonder if Kervin's big whale over there can have like a 700 horsepower. I don't know how Americans like trucks because they're big and mean. How many pips to fill that gas tank? When you buy something like that, when you buy something like big like that, you don't worry about gas. Yeah, you don't worry about gas.
Morning, buddy.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, man, those trucks are insane. But that's a real man truck. I mean,
Yeah, that's a real man truck. 70
Yeah.
horsepower. Shit.
Mexicans like Kerwin love driving trucks.
no, my truck, man. My SUV is it's beautiful, man. I had two trucks before, but not anymore. I have 5 kids.
The
Yeah.
Tahoe? The Tahoe, right?
Yeah. Well, I had a Tahoe before the Yukon that I just have right now. I have a Yukon, GMC Yukon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I had a Tahoe before, and I had a Nissan Frontier, and I had a Toyota Tacoma. But man, I don't know. I'm not
You-
more in the.
You know what they say about people with big cars, right?
Yeah, well, but I'm 6'2", so yeah, it doesn't bother me, to be honest. Yeah, I know small people love like big cars. Problem with me is I'm too big for small cars, and I don't like kind of small SUVs. No.
This was my first car. I'll show you my first car. This car we bought for $1,000. This was in 2006. This was my first car ever. This one.
Oh wow, that's so
Yeah,
fancy.
bro. So you can imagine me sitting in this car. Look at-
How do you fit in that?
Yeah.
yeah. This was the interior over here. You got your speedometer, that's it. You got the and most of these cars they were like 800 cc. They didn't even come with the. Oh, this guy got these roofs over here like a Lambo. He modified it.
But, but had a radio?
It had a radio, yeah, it had a
Oh,
radio.
okay.
But
Okay.
normally they won't come with radios.
Yeah, I know. Some of them
Uh,
didn't have the
yeah.
radio.
So you had to install these yourself. The pre's, we used to call them the pre's.
Oh, wow, man.
Yeah, this was like in 2006, 14 years ago. Look at the engine, man. Nasty. Look at that. So cool.
Easy to fix, I guess.
Oh, very easy to fix. You know how much this one time we had an accident and this front bumper fell off. This one front bumper, it cost like $4.
No way.
Yeah, you can get a brand new one. $4 from China, or like if you want to like a genuine Japanese one, that was like $10.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty easy to maintain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 6'1". Yeah, I'm pretty tall.
And that's the thing. When was the last time you measured your height? Because we're about the same height. I'm 6'2".
No, you're 6'1", man.
No,
Wait,
man. I sent you the medical records that I had, and they said I'm 6'2". Well,
those are
technically, I'm
false
6'4".
medical records when you cross the
Those
border,
are
man.
those are said that you're not even married.
Yeah, they say you're not
They
even
think you're not
married.
even married.
No, because I'm not.
This guy.
You had to do that to cross over to Mexico. Cross over from. That's why.
I paid the medic.
Yeah. Yeah, thing is like we're waiting a couple of years before we get a really nice car because man, when you have little kids destroy the back seat.
Oh yeah.
There's like milk stains, chocolate stains, all kinds of puke stains, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Yeah,
you had you need to get a leather seats car because those are easy to clean.
yeah, pretty easy.
Yeah.
Um, Back home we use gas in cars, not like gas as in petrol, but like gas.
Like natural gas?
Yeah, like it's called CNG. That's what it's called.
Oh.
It's called
Oh yeah.
CNG. Yeah, CNG gas. Yeah, we use CNG gas. It's the car is like a running time bomb. You know, so,
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
because that's propane, right?
yeah, propane. Look at
yeah,
that.
propane.
It's in
Natural
the
gas.
it's in the back,
You
and
could you could barbecue with that thing.
a
Oh,
couple of
Jesus.
times these things have exploded too. You know, so
No,
you.
that's dangerous, man.
Oh yeah, it's like a time bomb.
No,
What do
no.
you mean?
You could plug in a barbecue in the back.
Yeah, like if someone hits you in the back, damn, good luck.
You're done. No,
So now this kind of is about to come to a close over here, and I think we should continue moving bullish here. Have you ever worried about trading close to 4-hour open close? Yes, because when the 4-hour is closing, you don't know where it's going to close, right? But we can kind of get clues from the smaller time frames that we're going to continue pushing up. So these are the clues you get from smaller time frames. Looking at GJ as well. GJ is creating a
Yeah.
4-hour support.
Yeah, I think GJ should continue up.
this looks fishy to me. I mean, may drop. It's having a hard time because this 4-hour candle, I want to see a decent push to the upside, breaking out above 134 700 on the 4-hour, but it didn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it now at 9 a.m.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm
There's
in
this
buys. Ready.
there's this chart over here, GBJPY 15-minute chart. Sells below close. I think better sells will be if you get a close below, 134, 420, and then you have a very strong support down over here. This needs to break as well for sells to play out. This is an extremely strong support. So I don't think you have enough range over here for sells. You guys want to do a US 30 breakdown? I think you should send a chart and then we can do that breakdown. Oh, this is nice, right? Bigger car.
Oh my god.
Do you know any live streams through Sydney or Tokyo? Yes. If you YouTube Paul, Paul does Asian streams. Monty, if you YouTube Monty, Trade with Monty, Monty does London streams. So we got everything covered.
24 hours.
24 hours. Yeah, in like 5-10 minutes, I'm probably done here for Monday.
Yeah, me too.
Euro JPY should continue up. Let's take a look at US 30. Ooh, US 30 is also should also. I think at NYC Open, US 30 should break above 26,300.
Yeah, I'm expecting pullbacks.
I'm waiting
Pullbacks.
for,
Yes.
just waiting for DJ to break 134 or 134 500.
Okay. Okay.
How can I get tracking number from Magic Keys? I think it should be in your email or just send an email with all the information.
This is 15 minute. It's closing very weak.
15 minutes. Oh yeah, buys. Yeah, I think you need to see a candle breaking above here, 134.
Yeah, 520, 500.
And to be honest, not just breaking above that, but closing with a healthy body above that, because
Yeah,
it might just pop up, grab better liquidity and come back down.
right, and still
Because
stay in the
we
range
already,
since this is Monday. But
yeah,
let's see.
because
I mean, break even.
okay. US 30, I'm expecting some pullbacks toward 26,155. I think it's gonna be a slow day for US 30 today.
Ooh, looks like Euro JPY is going to come up towards 121,900 here.
Let's see what's the next hour opening. It's only 1 minute. We may have some big reaction.
Imagine it just takes off. Just woo, 135.
So Ray, you're not considering sales on GJ today?
On GJ, like it's going to be sells if we come below like 134, 420, or even like 134. Like 300, 320. I was actually looking at the monthly earlier on, and just by looking at the monthly, I saw that the previous month closed below this resistance here. So we may continue down, but before continuing down, we have to go up. So I was looking to see that, okay, if we're going to go up, how far can we go up to? So 134, 670 was the optimum area where I think we could come up to, and then dropping down with the overall monthly dropping down. But yeah, just to see what happens, because on the 4 hour, that's like a strong resistance there. 4 hour, basically, let's just remove everything here. And 4 hour created a support, but it's also closing below this resistance here, so it should continue bullish based on the market structure right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but like sells, I think sells below 134,320 would be amazing sells. Because price just consolidated and had a really hard time here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay, boys, I'm off. Take care.
Be safe, stay strong.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
Take care, take care.
Okay, man.
Vincent send me some link on Instagram. It's just it's an invitation to Instagram link.
Yeah, welcoming you to Instagram.
I thought that was the link to your page, man.
It was. Yeah, try sending it.
You know, I can't find Vincent on Instagram. Like, it's so hard. Can you send me that link?
Yeah, send him this link.
Okay. Yeah, I think we should continue up.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It should. I'm not in any trades, but yeah, I think it should. It's
Nice.
broken the high on the 15-minute here, so it should potentially come up towards 134,600.
I have one TP at 134,600 and the other one at 135 for the runner.
Oh, nice.
The target on gold was very accurate, Raja.
Yeah, 1784. Now I think the next final frontier is 1788. Why you draw that zone in that way? The line in the middle of the rectangle. That's just to visually make it much more appealing. I mean, I like drawing lines between the zones. See that? Looks so nice, right? If you remove it, it doesn't look nice. So I think I like stripes, stripes. So stripes are
Like a
good.
zebra.
Yeah, like a zebra. I'm trying to get a tattoo, so initially I wanted to get something line infused with like a bull, but then I like stripes, so I changed the line to a tiger.
You should get a zebra. No, nobody ever gotten a zebra tattoo.
Have like a zebra tattoo?
Yeah.
What do you
man,
mean, man?
come on.
Like, what do you think guys are gonna look at me and think?
Like, oh shit, it's a zebra. Like, you've
Guy's
never
got a
seen
zebra on his-
before. Yeah.
Guy's
Oh,
got a zebra tattoo.
Yeah, like a zebra, dragon, zebra.
So you're gonna make a tiger on you?
Yeah, something
Your
like
arm?
that.
Right,
Deep.
right.
Or your
Deep.
chest?
It's going to be the full, like this part right here,
Ah, damn.
this part right here, and then do like this whole part on the side.
Wow.
Yeah. So first is going to be the forearm, and then maybe in a month it's going to be like the side arm.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
Yeah. No, there's no special meaning behind the tattoo. I just think it looks cool. Like, some people get tattoos because they got special meanings.
Man, the thing is, once you get the first one, you're gonna get a lot of them.
Oh yeah,
Your
exactly.
entire body is gonna be tattooed.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. I'm gonna be like the black sheep of the family. Who's done opposite to everything he's been told. Dropped out of high school, do risky things like trading, get tattoos. Like, god damn, man.
Get that car.
Yeah.
With a propane tank in the back.
No, that was actually normal.
Oh, that was normal?
If you didn't have that, then there was something wrong with you because because petrol was so expensive and petrol was like really expensive, and this natural gas came at like quarter the price of petrol.
Clutch.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, this is it."
It's a time bomb, but whatever. I'm paying a quarter of the price.
Yeah. Can you drop $20 near the supermarket here in the Philippines? Oh no. No, that was pretty fun, driving around town, dropping off money to people.
So the same guy got all the 3 drop off?
Yeah, the same guy got all 3 drop-offs.
Wow, how grimy. He didn't leave anyone for nothing for anyone.
It
So
would have
you-
been cool if he left change there for the next person.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
at least
that's true.
one.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
All right.
change.
I'm gonna head out, guys. Bye.
Alright, take care.
Okay, Mac. Take care, buddy.
Take care.
Alright, now Alex Alvarez can come back.
Oh. They're taking turns? Wow.
All right. So, some people were asking me what was the name of the pens, and these are the pens here. These are the pens here. Website is coming soon. So yeah, I guess this is it. Yeah, these are the pens. This one I have right now. No, it's not the grapefruit. I have the other one. I have this one, gelato. Faded.
They're really convenient.
They're really convenient, right? Just put them in the pocket and go.
Yeah.
How do you have CIBC in Canada? I live in Turkson, but it's the Caribbean. Yeah, because CIBC is Canadian International Bank of Canada. No. I know the meaning of CIBC. Oh yeah, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. Because it's a Canadian bank. That's why we have it in Canada. How long do you think the pen will last for? I'm not sure. How do you... Yeah, see, this GPJPY should continue moving bullish. Your JPY should also continue moving bullish. But I'm gonna head off, guys. I'm gonna go have some breakfast here. I'm getting pretty hungry here. My trading day has ended. I'm not gonna take any more trades. I'm not gonna look at any more trades because I have to exercise patience and discipline.
Okay.
Okay, brother. Take care, man.
Yes,
Shukriya.
sir.
Enjoy
Take
the
care.
day.
Take care, bro.
Have fun. Have fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, stay strong.
strong.
Shukriya, shukriya. Bye bye.